guys, welcome to another series or another episode of the Technophiles. Here we will be discussing about the famous paintings of the past and what are the mysteries and what are the histories behind them.
Yeah. So we'll be understanding art today with Himanshu and Ishan. Yeah. So yeah, Himanshu, you start first,
Okay, so this will be basically a type of question around where I will be asking Ishan some questions and he would be guessing it.
and in turn, I'll be showing my picks of arts and asking Himanshu for interpretations, and then we both will be
Okay, can you see the
showing
picture of Mona
the
Lisa? Yeah.
interpretation. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, do you know, matlab, okay, let me start it like this. Do you really think that the woman inside the painting is named Mona Lisa?
Yeah, it must be right. The painting's name is
No.
Mona Lisa itself.
Okay, the painting's name is Mona Lisa, but actually the woman's name was something different. Okay,
Oh
so
shit. Okay.
Mona Lisa basically means my lady. So okay, it is said to someone
Oh,
in respect. Okay,
okay.
Mona Lisa was not the name of the girl.
Cool.
Actually, the name of that girl was Lisa Gherardini. Okay, Lisa Gherardini was the name of the girl.
Okay. So so she is a
And
real girl. Like
she
is
was a
it a
real girl. And
conspiracy or it
no,
is
I obviously there have been many conspiracy things. Okay, but
yeah.
according to the historians, uh, uh, the girl actually belonged to a rich family. Okay, and
Okay.
she made this painting because they had their house renovated, and she was also going to have two children, so
Okay.
they made this painting before
So
that.
yeah, I had also known that the smile says that she was pregnant and yeah,
Okay,
like that.
yeah, that
So
must be there. But if you see this, okay, let us zoom it little bit. Okay, so what's actually vague here is that if you look, okay, right, like here. Okay, if you try to
the
look in his
eyes.
eyes, what happens
Yeah.
is that the smile actually grows. The smile
Okay.
actually grows.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
don't look at it so carefully. Just look at it
Yeah.
for a moment. Okay, then you will realize the smile actually grows a little while for a little while.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there has been always a debate whether Mona Lisa is happy or sad, or she's showing
Yeah.
no expression. So that is one of the most
Yeah,
important
the
debates.
smile was like the most key feature of the painting, whole painting.
Yes. Can you guess how many years did it take for Leonardo da Vinci to paint this?
This took years.
Can you guess? Guess
Uh,
years, obviously.
well, two,
No, 10.
10 years.
Yes.
Why would it
And
take
there is one more thing that maybe 1 or 2 years after its completion, Mona Lisa was hanged to death.
Mona Lisa or the lady? The lady, right?
The
Yeah.
lady, yes, that
Okay.
Lisa
Okay.
Gherardini was hanged to death in Napoleon's bedroom.
Whoa. I didn't know about this whole story.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
searched it. Now,
Okay.
the today's price for Mona Lisa is about, $100 million, but it is not
Uh,
for sale.
yeah, it must be in museum, Louvre in Paris, right?
But it is okay. The insurance company has estimated its value as about $100 million. But some
Okay.
French laws say that well, you cannot buy this item. It is
Okay. Um,
national heritage.
yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Many people have
Um.
tried to steal
So
this painting, but
yeah.
in fact,
Oh, I know this fact that this is
okay.
the most tried to be stolen painting, right?
Yes. So in fact, one time that was in 21st August 1911. The
Okay.
painting was stolen, it was actually stolen by a worker. Okay, that had made the glass of that uh, painting, that
Painting.
had made the glass for that painting for
Right,
protection.
right.
It was stolen by him, but actually Pablo Picasso was arrested for it.
What? Picasso was arrested?
Yes, in
Why?
1911. Actually, some speculations had been raised about him that because he was already a good painter, okay, at that time, so people
Okay.
thought he was arrested actually in 1911 for
Okay.
stealing Mona Lisa, but that was wrong accusation.
Yeah.
And
That's
there
weird.
have been many other attacks, on Mona Lisa. Like for example, there was an opening for Mona Lisa. Now the opening of Mona Lisa is restricted to 30 seconds. Okay,
Okay.
matlab, if someone goes to see the Mona Lisa, he will be allowed to see it only for 30 seconds, not more than that.
Okay.
But earlier, what
The
has happened
security
that
also must be quite high in this
yes,
museum.
now it
Yeah.
is high, but earlier what happened was that there are many, instances of damage done to this painting. Like one woman
Yeah.
sprayed red color on that real painting,
Oh.
and
Okay.
there have been many other things. Like one person had, throw the rock at the painting. So, but still, the thing about the painting is that it has not been damaged yet.
And
So
it's
that's
quite.
another
It's
thing.
very tough to recover oil paintings, right?
Yes. One
They
of the
have to take a
features
lot
of
of
this.
care.
Okay, so can you guess Mona Lisa is standing or sitting?
Well, she's sitting, right?
The
Because
lady.
I've seen the whole
Yes.
picture. So,
Yes. Actually, there's a chair here. You can see it. So she is sitting on this
and
chair.
this is also not the whole picture, right? Because you can, yeah, you can see her hands. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And if you, I had seen one photo, like there was a depiction of the Fibonacci sequence. So Fibonacci spiral on Mona Lisa's hand. So it starts with her nose
Fibonacci
or
spiral.
smile something, and it ends at her hands. So means that they used it to describe why Mona Lisa was so beautiful to see. Means,
There were
but
some
it
other
might
theories
be
also
some,
that,
yeah, theory.
what? Yes,
Yeah,
there were many other theories. One of the theories was that that this person is not real, and what Leonardo da Vinci did was that he made a
self-portrait.
female replica of himself.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yes,
I also knew that. So yeah, and so the technology that they use, like Photoshop and stuff, to show to actually prove that it was a female replica. So that is quite convincing, to be
yes,
honest. Yeah.
and this was actually the first time, shall I say, that Leonardo da Vinci firstly used this technique that if you see the objects which are closer to Mona Lisa are actually less blur as compared to objects that are far behind. So that was one of the concepts
Right.
Leonardo da Vinci used.
Yeah. So focused on the main subject.
Yes. It has a
Yeah.
particular term. I didn't remember it.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, one of the things about the uh, what was her name, Lisa Gherardini, is that she does not have any eyebrows. You can
Oh
see that.
yeah. Right. Right.
So actually, this was one of the traditions at that time in France.
Do
That
not
women,
have eyebrows.
yes, yes, they actually
Okay.
did not keep eyebrows.
Okay. So
Okay,
next.
so what?
Yeah. So now I'll show you my
Yes,
the painting I've selected. Once. Okay. So the painting's name is the girl with a pearl earring, and it's made
okay.
by Johannes Vermeers in the 1665s. Okay. So what do you feel when you see the painting?
She's beautiful.
Yeah, and you can also like you just mentioned that they didn't have eyebrows, right? So
Yes,
Yeah.
here we can also
So
see
here
that.
also she doesn't have much. Yeah. So one question that I would ask that do you feel that is that she is looking back towards you, or is she looking front away from you? Means where is she going
That's
to
my
turn her head?
question actually. I don't know where she's looking.
So yeah, that was a
I see
very
her eyes
huge
is
mystery.
towards me, but her face is, looking like somewhere else.
Yeah. So we don't actually know which way she's going to look, and I think that's left to the means interpretation of the viewer as
Yes.
how she wants.
And
Then
one of the
also,
things is, for example, if you, just move a little bit side to side, you will see that she's tracing you. Like,
yeah.
try to move like this.
Yeah, there are also those sculptures, right? So
Yes.
they just yeah, feel. And also if you see that the artist has not shown any connecting link to the ear, so means it's not the quality of the image, but I've read it that he has actually not shown any hook to hinge to attach to the ears. So that is also a
Okay.
secret kind of thing. And
Okay.
so why this is famous, that no one knows who this girl is. Okay, so is she a imaginary person or is she a real one? And
Okay.
so it was quite means that people took it quite seriously to find out whether if she was a real person, and they did search, did their investigations and such. So also then after seeing this painting, there was also a book written based on how this painting would have been drawn, and then that book became a movie in which Scarlett Johansson is playing this lady,
Which
and
movie?
I think it's by the same name, the girl with the pearl earring. And
Okay.
so yeah, and in the book, like he says that the lady in the picture might be the maid who was
Yeah, I
persuaded
thought that she
to,
looked like maid. I don't
yeah.
know why I had a feeling.
Okay. So yeah, so the writer felt that the lady might be the artist's maid, and she might be
Okay.
told to pose for him. So yeah, so this one is also kind of a mystery, and many artists still are awed at seeing this, are in awe. Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
go to the next one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I shall do it. Wait a minute. The next painting is known as The Last Supper. Okay, and it is one of the most famous paintings after Mona Lisa.
Yeah, it's made by Leonardo, right? Leonardo da
Yes,
Vinci. Yeah.
same person. Uh, Wait a minute. Okay. So one of the things about this painting is that this painting was never. This painting is blur actually.
क्वालिटी कम थी शायद पिक्सेल्स में.
So,
अगर जूम इन
zoomed
करना है
out
तो
करता
फिर
हूँ.
दूसरा कर दे. हाँ.
या मैं तेरे को नेट पे दिखा दूँ.
हाँ, नेट पे दिखा दे.
Okay.
शेयर शेयर नहीं है जरा चालू.
हाँ मैं कर रहा हूँ. So one of the reason the quality was bad was that because the original painting is in some cathedral or some church.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know the exact place. So actually, it was made by Leonardo da Vinci on the wall. So over the time, it degraded. The real painting degraded, and it actually looks like that only.
So
It
it
is
was
not.
actually a wall painting, a huge one.
Yes, it was a wall painting. It was not made on
Okay.
paper or
Okay.
anything else. It was made, and in fact, a huge wall. Okay, for example, your room wall. So it was made on all that.
Okay.
The real painting is now actually okay. The difference between the real painting now and the other painting is that in real painting you will not see the foot of Jesus and all. The center person is
Okay.
Jesus. Okay, this is
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So that
And
that's why it was in a church.
yes, that's why it was in a church. And in the real painting, which is in the church, you will not see this portion because it has been faded out, and there have been
Okay.
many much destruction here during World War
Okay.
II. So that's why.
Mm.
This painting is actually, I think, there were many students of Leonardo da Vinci, and they replicated his paintings. Okay, so this must be might be one of them.
So why is it named the Last Supper? Uh,
Okay,
I
so
think it was
okay, this
because
person is Jesus. Yes, you
yeah.
are actually guessing it right, because after that Jesus was hanged to death. Okay, the next day.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
actually, okay, I shall try to explain this painting. Um,
Yeah.
okay, what do you think? What is happening here?
So some people, so you can see that people at the extreme left and extreme right are in kind of disgust, disappointment, I guess,
Okay,
and
yes, you can
uh,
say that.
they might be surprised, I guess. I think,
Surprise is
yeah.
actually the right word. Surprise is the right word. Actually,
Okay.
uh, what happened is that the painting actually shows that moment when Jesus. Okay, these are actually the 12 or 13 students Jesus had. Okay, they
Okay.
were the students that were too close to them. Okay,
Right.
according to the mythology. So what happened was that before at his last supper, Jesus said that one of you students will betray me.
Oh.
Okay, so at
Okay.
that moment, all of them were under shock, and that moment has been portrayed here.
Oh. Wow.
And
So
can
this
you guess
moment is
who is that
actually in the
person?
Bible.
Yes, yes, that is
Okay.
in mythology.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mythology. Yeah. Right.
Mm. So
So
can you guess who is that person? The person is in this painting only. The person who will betray
okay.
Jesus.
Wait. Wait. Uh, the
I will
person at
give
the
you
extreme
second
right.
hint if you want it. No, no. I will give you second hint. Okay, Jesus said that the person who will betray me will be actually eating the same food that I'm going to eat.
But there's no food on the plate.
Uh, this
Oh,
is
there's
food.
a.
Okay.
Oh,
These are
okay.
buns and this is food. So can you guess who's that person
So
who's going to
the
eat the same food that Jesus is going to eat?
so the person. Oh, I see a knife at.
Okay, that knife is okay. You can say that is a knife, but actually that is not the person who betrays Jesus.
Okay, so the person third from the left of Jesus.
This person,
Yeah.
which person?
Yeah. Yeah.
This?
This. Yeah. The one you pointed. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right.
Okay.
Actually,
So.
okay. This is one of the reasons. You know why? This is one of the reasons why the black people are not respected in Americas,
Oh.
because you can see in this painting is that all the other people are white and this person is made quite black.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so why is it made? Because his name is, I forgot his name. Okay, let me
That's
just
fine.
see
That's
it.
fine.
Okay, his name was something. Okay, and he is
Yeah.
going to betray Jesus, and here you can see is that he is going to eat the same bun which Jesus is going to eat. Okay,
Oh.
you can see his
Okay.
hand.
I
And
thought
why
that
is going?
he had something in his right hand. So that might be the
Yeah,
reason.
you're talking about this hand now.
Yeah.
Um, this also has a story that he was. This is actually the payment. Leonardo da Vinci has depicted it as the payment that he will get for killing Jesus. Okay,
Okay.
so
That,
that's why he's going to. What happens is that all other people are shocked by what Jesus has just said. Okay,
okay.
like he's in the shock. He was actually, I think his name is Philip or something, and he was like the favorite student of Jesus. Okay, so all
Okay.
of them are under shock, and he has not actually listened to Jesus. Okay, Why?
Okay.
Because he's distracted by the talks of these two people.
Oh, okay.
So matlab, he has depicted it like this only, that he has not listened to what Jesus has just said. That's why he's not under that much shock. These three people are not under shock, while all the other are. You can see that.
Oh, right. And
And
uh,
this person is not actually a woman. Some people say that it is a woman, but it is a boy.
okay, yeah. And have you seen Da Vinci Code? So I think there was some reference to this painting and some kind of
Okay.
holy grail in it, uh,
Hmm.
like that.
So yeah, one of the things I forgot to tell you was that what happened is that in when Leonardo da Vinci made this painting, the
Yeah.
number three was given much more importance. Okay, the number three and
Okay.
the triangle. So what
Oh,
happened is
so
that you can
that's
see
why.
that
Yeah.
that's why you can see all the people are in a group of three. First of all,
Yes.
okay, and there are three windows behind, and Jesus is shown,
Oh,
in a shape
yeah.
of triangle. So that's why.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And yes, there was one
Nice.
more conspiracy theory I heard about it. That conspiracy was recently developed, and it was
Yeah.
actually shocking also. What happened is that if you take all these eatable items like this,
Yeah.
and all of them which are and all their hands, okay. So what happens is
Okay.
that
Wait.
if
Let me
you
guess. Let me guess. Okay.
okay,
So so they form the musical notes, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
they
I
actually played in reverse order. They form a musical note that is recognizable.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
and
that's
this
what
might be because of
there is.
because Leonardo da Vinci was a musician also.
Yes,
So yeah, he was also a sculptor and many professions. Yeah,
yes.
that was awesome.
So that's the thing about this painting, The Last Supper. And the cathedral where this painting is, the original painting is located, on just the other side there is another portrait that was made in 1500s only of Jesus being killed.
Oh,
That hanging photo that is very
yeah, yeah.
famous.
Yes, yes. I think both were
That's the thing.
shown in the Leonardo da Vinci movie. Sorry, the Da Vinci Code movie.
I've not seen that movie. I will see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so now I'll show you my pick.
Okay.
So can you guess who the painter is?
Pablo Picasso.
No, but you might have
Leonardo da
seen
Vinci.
one of his paintings for sure. You might have seen the Starry Night.
Yes, I've seen the Starry
Yeah.
Night. That
So
was made by Pablo Picasso,
no, no,
actually.
it's Vincent Van Gogh,
Okay, okay.
and this picture, this painting is called Cafe Terrace at Night. Okay, so
Yeah, it looked like that.
let's just analyze like what we feel about this painting. So do you
Okay.
wanna tell like what do you think?
That's just a,
Why
normal
it is,
night,
yeah, why does it
normal.
why is it means why does it look better and uh, yeah, so
I don't know,
the thing,
maybe because of colors.
yeah, so he has used yellow quite a lot, and
Okay.
so
Yes,
the
that might be one of the
brightness,
reasons.
yeah,
Hmm.
and if you see the means some अरे यार नहीं छोड़, ये तो मैं मतलब
No
ऐसे ही बोलता
problem,
हूँ,
no
ऐसा ऐसा
problem.
कुछ ये नहीं है, एक्चुअल एक्चुअल थियरी नहीं, मैं सिर्फ ऐसे एनालाइज के लिए. Okay.
Huh.
So yeah, so the cafe is well lit, and uh, so I'll tell you some backstory about him, Vincent Van Gogh.
Okay.
So he was actually born in a religious family. Okay, and so and he's famous for painting means the stuff that is actually present. He doesn't paint with his imagination more, but with the
Okay.
things already present in the real world. Okay. So now let me ask you. So
Hmm.
of the paintings which you showed before, do you find anything similar here? Which you showed, right now, the
Okay.
two paintings. Do you find anything similar in this one?
No.
I'll give you a hint. Let's zoom in. Bit. Yeah. Now, do you feel something? Okay. So
Mm,
so this is kind of a tribute to the Last Supper. Okay. So
okay.
this guy is the central figure. So he's the waiter in this
Okay.
cafe, but you can uh, create an analogy that he might be the central figure, like Jesus.
Hmm.
And if
Yes.
you count them, so I don't think they're actually 12. Uh, but if you see that, okay, so they are 12. Yeah. Okay, so if you count
They're
them,
actually also sitting in group of three, as far as you can see. Group of
yeah,
two.
so yeah, so he has kind of made similar a scene similar to the Last Supper in the cafe,
Okay.
and you can also see a cross here. Means it's the window, but you can see the cross here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason of this painting was that he was in tremendous need of faith of religion. So
Okay.
means
Is it
he
something
had,
before war? Like, is it?
sorry.
Why is it? Why are you resembling it to the Last Supper? I mean, is it like something before a war or something?
um, I don't think so. It was,
Okay.
means it was before the
You
world
mean
wars, of
just a
course.
general night? It's just a general night.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It was actually, he required religion for his own battles in life,
Okay.
and so that's the reason why you can see it was actually found recently, means by a person. So he kind of argued that this might be a tribute of Vincent van Gogh to the Last Supper, and
Okay.
thus came the whole theory that he was in need of religion and such things.
What do you
Yeah.
think are there on the top? You know, that omelette type things.
Those are stars, right? The stars and their
Okay.
glow. So yeah, and you
Okay.
can see his kind of means you can easily identify his paintings when you see the strokes. So you can see how he has painted. You can see the small curvy strokes and uh, all the brush prints present on the painting. And if I show you another one, you can immediately guess that it's Vincent van Gogh. And they also made a
Okay.
movie recently on him as a tribute, like I think it was chasing Vincent, loving Vincent. So
Okay.
in the movie, so they hired a lot of painters who had a taste like Vincent van Gogh and who would paint just like Vincent van Gogh. And they made the whole movie with just oil paintings, actual oil paintings. So it was like photo video.
Yeah, that concept of oil paintings was really famous in that era. In fact, you can
Yeah,
see that all of the famous Leonardo da Vinci paintings, the last two that I showed, were also made by oil paintings.
yeah.
Oil was mainly used for that.
Only oil was used, right, for paintings. I don't think there were
Uh,
many modes for.
yes,
Uh,
they were oil colors type of things at that time, so
yeah,
they used it.
right. So, do you want to start the next?
Wait,
Vincent van Gogh, of course.
that painting is very famous.
Yeah. So, what is, uh, what
Okay.
do you find amazing in this? Can you tell?
It is also like yellow. There's a lot of yellow color here also.
Yeah.
So it is made by the same painter, no, Vincent?
Yes, yes, Vincent van Gogh.
So
He
the
made it
audience
in
should notice the color.
1889.
Yes. And
Okay.
okay, I
Yeah.
don't remember about it. I think Vincent committed suicide just after a few days after he
Yes.
made this painting, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's kind of true. Yeah, I don't know that, but yeah. So if you hear the backstory, so that's kind of
Okay.
convincing. So Okay, so this was made by Vincent Van Gogh when he was in an asylum. Okay, so he was, he was mentally unstable, and he had hallucinations, and he suffered from depression. Okay,
Okay.
but he was a famous painter, so they kind of lowered the restrictions of how he should be in the whole asylum. And so this was the painting he made near the window, I think. I think not near the window, but during his stay at the asylum. And so
Okay.
what is amazing is that uh, Vincent Van Gogh is known for painting pictures that are actually existing in real life, like the cafe that I showed you. So the cafe is actually there, and now it's currently named Cafe Van Gogh, but that's a real
Yeah.
place. So in the same way, so in this place, if you go out, you don't understand. Sorry. So the people went to the asylum and saw through the window, and the scenario shown is nothing like uh, actual the painting. So the scenery is
Okay.
totally different than the painting. Okay, and so this was kind of a different Vincent Van Gogh that we saw
This was
as he
his last
painted.
painting, I believe.
Yeah, as he painted with his imagination rather than
Okay.
actually seeing things. And so, what do you think about the sky here? So, uh,
There is
so the
sun, I
thing
think, in the right
think
corner.
yeah, I think we have seen this quite many times, but at the time when it was new, so the sky was never represented as the way it was represented. The wind flows, the turbulence that he has shown in this Starry Night.
Okay.
So it was a very innovative way to show the sky and show the wind gushing
Most of
by.
his paintings, in most of the Vincent paintings, the sky is shown like this only, like,
Yeah,
in form of ripples.
yeah, right.
In previous picture also, it was like this.
Yeah, but it had very small, small strokes. But
Yeah.
in this, it became quite famous because of the backstory also, and the turbulence that they show. And also, you can see that uh, although yellow is present here, but black and blue are actually the main things of the painting, which show that he was depressed. And yeah,
Okay.
and so there was one more thing, that if you see the ripples, so there are ripples at the higher end of the photo, but slowly they turn out to become rigid. As you can see in the town below, the village, you can see the
Mhm.
houses painted with rigid strokes instead of curvy ones. So yeah, so that they depicted as uh, like heaven, then some
Okay.
part in the middle was normal world, and the last part would be hell. And the thing in the black you can see here, so that is actually a church, and it's kind of
Okay.
swirling, going towards the heaven, towards the sky. So
Okay.
this also
Nice.
shows that Vincent Van Gogh's religious side. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what's interesting about this painting. And yeah. Okay,
नेक्स्ट
and
पेंटिंग थी वो पेंटिंग बची है ना वो कर रहे हो
एक ही
उसके बाद
painting
आगे
बाकी है. Uh, okay, I'll show you one more painting. Okay, it's a recent one. Okay. Yeah,
ओके
so
सो इट
it's
इज
a
नॉट
recent one.
फेमस
Yeah, it's
क्या
not
लिख
that
रहे हो
famous.
भाई
क्या?
कमेंट्स कमेंट्स पढ़ रहा था मैं साइड में
तो वो
मैंने
तो
भी
था,
वीडियो
हुआ था ना विवे. तो कौन सा हुआ था उसमें? तो लेंथ बोल रहा था ना, 1/6 ऑफ लेग.
कुछ भी है
इसलिए हाँ. So yeah, so this painting is not quite famous, but it's very yeah. Oh, so it's pointing. Okay, yeah. So it kind of ruined the surprise, but yeah, that's fine.
दिस इज अ
So
पेंटिंग
yeah, this is actually a painting. Okay,
दैट लुक्स लाइक
so
अ फोटो
yeah. So this is Bill Clinton, and
ओके
he, he means he hired a painter to paint him at the Oval Office, and
ओके
this is a quite recent one. This is of 2006. Okay, so Okay, now you see.
How did Bill Clinton die, by the way? Do you remember?
No,
Is
is
he
he dead?
dead? Even like, no.
किसी को भी मार देगा क्या?
मुझे याद है इससे कुछ मर्डर वगैरह हुआ था इसमें.
Okay, so yeah, he was the president during this time, and
Yes.
so so now this arrow is actually not there. Okay, uh, I actually grabbed the wrong pic to show, but now you can see. Can you identify what it's pointing at?
Which actually that arrow
Yep.
towards the shadow.
Yeah, right. Okay, so
So is that arrow in the painting?
no, that arrow is not in the painting. I
Okay.
I accidentally grabbed the wrong pic. So so the shadow is actually, Bill Clinton was actually a part of a scandal. So he had an affair with someone.
Yes, yes. I remember that thing. That he had
Yeah,
a face.
yeah. So in some from with someone in the White House. So the name was Monica Lewinsky. Okay,
Yes, yes. I know
and
that. Right.
so the scandal had become means uh, become so the scandal came out in the 1990s, and the dress of Monica Lewinsky, a blue dress, stained blue dress, so that kind of became a symbol of this whole scandal. And if you see the shadow, so the painter didn't get over the fact that he was in a scandal. This happened in 1990s, and he's painting it
Okay.
in 2006. So he couldn't get over, and so he had to show something, and he showed the shadow of the dress of Monica Lewinsky, so which was a
Oh,
symbol actually of the whole scandal. Yeah.
oh,
So
that's nice.
so that's like kind of the secret of this painting, and yeah,
Okay.
the whole story behind the normal looking painting. Yeah. Okay. So अब कैसे conclude?
ये साइड में ये तो नहीं आ रहा होगा ना?
Shit. नहीं. हाँ.
तो कंक्लूड करते तू.
क्या करे पर बोले कोई.
Okay, so let's finish up with this painting. Okay, that was a real nice painting of Bill Clinton. And
Yeah.
you guys can also explore some paintings and tell us in comments what are some of the nice paintings that you saw. Okay.
Yeah, and which ones we should decode next? Uh,
Mm.
yeah.
And
So
you
yeah,
can also
cool.
tell us the topic for the
Yeah.
next video.
Yes, sure. Do tell us the topic in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
और बस
Okay.
पेंटिंग देखते रहो करते रहो.
And
कर दे
English because
रिकॉर्डिंग रिकॉर्डिंग कौन सी कर दे.
okay.
रिकॉर्डिंग तो नहीं हो रही ना अभी.
Yeah. Peace.